Hey guys, so we're getting ready to start our yoga practice for today. I do hope that this comes across clear and that you're able to, I know that it's going to be sideways and you may have to turn your iPads or maybe even something else, or you may have to watch this later. I don't know, so I can show you. Ah! Whoops. All right, so we're kind of back again, and I'm kind of hoping that you can kind of see what's going on and that it isn't too difficult to follow. And but anyway, so we're going to get going. If you have, of course, blocks, get blocks. If you don't have blocks, then you don't really necessarily need them. But again, I haven't figured out the whole video ability to do this with music yet. So it's a better opportunity maybe to go inside a little deeper and allow yourself to just kind of connect on to a kind of a deeper level with what's going on. I'm going to change the slant just slightly of this, just so it's down a little bit further. And we're going to start back in kind of laying back on our back. So I want you to just lay back on the ground, knees are bent, shoulders are back onto the floor. And just take several nice long deep breaths. Just allow yourself to come into the space that you're in. Let your arms drop by your side. And if you have music, turn music on that's comforting and calming to you. It could be Vivaldi, or it could be Chopin, or it could be some yoga music that you find. You're more than welcome to do that. But just like when we're outside, there's no music. It's more often than not we can listen to the sounds of the birds and the breeze through the trees. And I want you to focus in on the sound of your own breath. And allowing yourself to just rest back into the ground. So with your knees pointing towards the ceiling and your feet flat, just increase the depth of that breath. Feel your head weight just settle back into the ground. Your shoulders sink into the floor. Inhale, take your arms up and overhead. Get long in the neck and the back and the shoulders. Exhale and take your arms right back by your side. Again, inhale, take those arms up and overhead. Get long. On your next exhale, take your arms back to your sides. Once more, take those arms up and overhead, get long, for that space in the neck. And then lower your arms back by your side. Last time, one more time again. Take your arms up and overhead, reach. As you can, draw your right knee and left knee into your chest and just pull those knees into your belly. So your arms aren't holding your legs are just kind of coming into your body. And you're pulling those knees into your chest. Then gently bring your hands to your knees and give another little pull with your knees into your belly. And then release the knees. And then again, chin towards your sternum, pull those knees into your chest. And release. And again, draw the knees into your belly. And release. Good. As you draw your knees into your belly, exhale and see if you can bring your head up towards your knees. And inhale, lay back. Nice. Exhale, bring your head up towards your knees. And inhale, lay back. And once more, exhale, head up to your knees. Inhale, keep your head up if you can, and extend both legs up, and then lower your head back down. And just point and flex the feet. So a gentle inversion is a really great way to reset and reconnect the body. You've got all of this that's been sitting, standing, just a turning of the body up on its end. Just flex and point those feet. Keep the chin resting towards the sternum. And then draw the toes in one more time. Bring your knees once again into your chest. Drop your right foot to the ground. Hold your left knee closer to the body. Exhale, bring your head to your knee. Inhale, lower your head back down. Bring your right knee into your chest. Drop your left. Hold underneath that knee. Exhale, bring your head to your knee. And inhale, lower your head back down. Bring your left knee in, drop your right. Exhale, bring your head to your knee. Lower your head back down. And bring your right knee in, drop your left. Hug your knee. And back down. Bring your left knee back into your chest. Extend both legs one more time. Push the heels up. Take the arms then up and over the head. And just let the body settle into the ground. Let the ribs sink. Let the chin drop towards the sternum. Let the legs hang in space. Or imagine you're against a wall even. If your arms don't easily go above your head, you can take them to any position down by your sides. You can have them in an H. You can even rest them against your belly. Set the shoulders deep into the ground. Draw your knees back into your chest again. Drop your right foot gently, followed by your left foot to the ground. Big deep breath, inhale and exhale. Once again, bring your knees into your chest. Just kind of shift side to side as get that back out from underneath you. Hold the top of the knees and begin to draw the knees into the chest as you begin to roll the hips. Allowing those knees to pull in, finding the rim of the pelvis, keeping the chin towards the sternum, pulling and circling. A couple more, just allowing that back to release. So very gentle rotation, but a somewhat of a rotation. And then pause and let's go the other direction. Notice the pull against the shoulders as the knees move away from the belly. The length in the neck, the chin towards the sternum. Two more, circle those knees. And then last one, pull your knees into your chest, change the position of your hands, and then circle your knees individually. So your right knee is going clockwise, your left knee is going counterclockwise. And even as you let your heels drop down, guide those knees back in and around so that you don't overextend in the center of the hip joint. Two more. And the last one, going the other direction. Let those hips open and around. If you've been joining in on doing some of the Superfit sessions, so that all those side steps that we've been doing, you might feel some tension that is built up in the inner thigh. Breathing. Allow the arms to assist or almost resist the stirring somewhat in some way. Last one, bring the knees into the chest, circle all the way around. Hold the top of the knees gently, pull the chin towards the sternum. Inhale, lower back. Drop your right foot and left foot. Separate the feet now and let the knees drop onto each other. So you're getting that external stretch. So your hip joints are actually pulling out here, kind of an external rotation, even though the knees are going in. And then walk those feet back together again. I want you to shift your hips all the way to one side. Take your right arm or left over your head and roll to one side. Notice just kind of that length on that one side. For your top leg, reach back and hold and pull that leg back behind you. Let the neck soften on that side. Let the shoulder open. Breathe deep into the rib wall. Take that same knee, bring that same knee towards the front of the body, and just hold that leg at the front of the body. And see if you can hold that foot there and gently press into that leg. And then release that right leg, bring that knee into the chest and just kind of hug the knee straight into the chest. If you'd like to get long, it's just the bent knee helps to kind of support and stabilize you. Bring that left knee close to the belly. And then lower and gently bring your knee back in line. Using your top hand, press yourself up. And let's flip ourselves to the other side. So go ahead and take your legs all the way to the other side, laying on that side. And then reach back for your top ankle and then pull that leg behind you. So you're opening still in the head and the neck, letting the shoulder pull back behind you. Breathe. Inhale, bring that top leg forward. Put the foot on the ground, kind of use your bottom knee to hold it in place if you can. So your bottom knee, your left leg is there. Your right hand is now pressing into that knee. And then release that leg. Bring the knee then just into the chest and just hold. If you want to have a straightened out leg, you can. I can see some of the difficulty with the black tights on the black mat. Good, and then just bend the lower knee, bring both knees back on top of each other, and bring yourself upright. But sitting forward, just nice and tall. I'm going to sit slightly to the side just a little bit so you can see the posture. Lift the chest, drop the chin. Inhale, lift the head. And then I just want you to let your hips sit back a little bit. Knees are in a wide bow. And think of it almost like the shape of a diamond. Let your hands slide down the front and the inside of the shins. And then just rock slowly your hips further back. And allow yourself to not just drop your head, but to fold. And you're taking up this space on the inside of the legs. You're opening up. So you're creating this internal space that your body is taking up. Head down, chin in. Breathe. Think of the length. Come up a little bit. Lift the chest and pull yourself back over the front of those legs again. Head down, chin in as it's comfortable. Breathe. As we fold or deepen a movement like this, they can pause our breath. I want you to push into that rib wall and not allow yourself to just get stuck in your throat and your chest breathing. It's a great opportunity to feel the breath flow into your backside of your body as well. One more nice long deep breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, roll yourself up. Slide your right foot in, and you're going to tuck your right foot underneath you. Again, I'll slightly turn to the side. So my left knee is bent, my right knee is underneath. And then I'm just going to turn towards my right leg. So my left hand is down, my ankle, and I'm rotating towards my lower bent knee. Press down into the back hand and rotate. Open the chest. Inhale, look back towards your arm. release, and then hold that top knee with your right arm and rotate now towards that left leg. So again, you're rotating not now towards, you're rotating in towards that upper leg. Back arm is down, nice and tall, and then only if it's comfortable, look behind you. You may notice some gurgling in your stomach. You're really pushing through the nerves that go all the way from the back side of the neck down into the belly. You're rotating, twisting the abdomen. Look over your shoulder. Inhale, look with your head first, bring your head center. Take your legs back in, and we're going to cross the other leg underneath. So now your left leg is underneath and your right knee is up. Take your right hand down that line of your right leg. Left hand goes behind and turn towards the open side. Keep the chest nice and tall. Breathe into the belly. Now with any rotation, you're not trying to take it to its extreme. You're trying to find that space that the body will allow you to go. Breathe into it. Exhale. See if the body is ready for you to go deeper. Inhale. Look forward towards that front leg. Release the back hand. You're not changing the position of the legs, but you are going to change the position of your hands. I'm turning so you can see. So your bottom knee is underneath, your top hand over the top knee, and then rotate. So rotate towards that right leg side. Keep that chest nice and tall. Look over your right shoulder. Relax your left shoulder. Breathe. Lift the chest, get long and tall. And then inhale, bring your head center. Unlace those legs again. And we're going to come back into that bowed position. Body's nice and tall. Once again, drape yourself across the front of your legs. You may actually be able to get deeper now and allow yourself to let your head only drop as it's ready. Think of that length from your hips to your head. If you want to walk your feet back, you can walk your feet back. And again, my knees are bowed out. I'm allowing myself to sink in. My head is dropped down. And I'm allowing my breath to take me forward. I'm not pushing myself. I'm not pressing my head to the ground. I'm just sinking over the front of my shins. Inhale and slowly bring yourself up. Good. And let's take the legs behind us and roll all the way over into all fours. So we're in an all fours posture. Lift that tailbone, lift the chest. Exhale, pull the belly into the body. Let the head drop and round the upper back and shoulders. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. And then exhale, pull the belly into the back, round the back, chin towards the sternum. Inhale, begin the breath, then begin the movement. Lift the head and chest. Exhale, pull the belly in, round the back. If you don't like having your head down, that's fine. Release the tension there. Inhale again, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. And exhale, pull the belly into the body, round the back, chin toward the sternum. Couple more, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, chin towards the sternum, round the back. And last time, inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Exhale, round the back, chin towards the sternum. Push the ground away. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, and let's come into our first downward facing dog. So in that downward facing dog, you find the length from the crown of your head to your tailbone. That's the first length. Then your index finger, middle finger to the top of your shoulders and to the outsides of your hips. Pull your weight back towards your hips and sink your weight then from your hips over to your heels. Breathe. Feel that length in your back as you move your feet in just slightly. Move your hands back to meet your feet, so we're moving to the back end of your mat. Let your head drape across the front of both legs, and then slowly begin to roll yourself up. Head is up, chest is up, shoulders are down. Inhale, take your arms wide and overhead. Exhale, bring your hands through. Again, circle those arms up wide and overhead. And then exhale and through. Once more, circle those arms up and high over the head. Reach. Lower the hands right through the center of the sternum. Let the chin drop to the chest. Let the weight feel even on both feet. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms forward. Push the shoulders back. Tuck the pelvis under. Inhale, pull the shoulders in. Lift the elbows, lift the chest. Get long through each side of the body. Breathing, lift the sternum, lift the chest as you then press the palms up. Take the hands then behind the back. Let the hands rest. Let the head rest right up against the hands and lift the sternum up. Breathe, open the front body. Imagine yourself laying back, opening that chest, push into the heels, press down and lift the sternum high. Inhale, turn the palms up. Exhale, once again, bend the elbows as you can. Bring the knuckles under and the wrists underneath the chin. Lift the chest up, sink down the knuckles into the sternum as you pull the elbows high. Breathing and opening that side waist, opening the rib wall. Push the palms back up to the sky, reach. Exhale, take the arms down by your side. Inhale, take the arms back out wide again. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge, dive forward, hands to the ground, head to the sternum. Inhale, come into a half lift. Exhale and fold, head down, chin in. Inhale and sweep up. Exhale and through. Inhale, circle those arms up high and overhead. Press the palms into one another. Bend the knees, dive forward. Arms don't beat the body. Let the arms come with the body. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, pull yourself back across those legs. Sweep the arms out wide and up. And then exhale through. 2 more times. Circle those arms up. Reach the chest. Bend the knees and dive forward, hands to the ground. Inhale, as you can, straighten the legs or bring your hands up the shins. Exhale and fold, head down, chin in. Inhale and sweep up. Exhale and through. Last time here, circle those arms high up and overhead. Bend the knees, dive forward, hands down, head down, chin in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale and sweep up. Take those arms high overhead and then exhale. Inhale, take those arms up high, up and overhead. Reach, lengthen. Hold into and lengthen that left arm higher as you push the hips to the left and bring the feet close together. Squeeze that inner thigh together. Reach that top arm. It's called a blown palm. If you can look towards the upper arm as you lengthen and find that breath. We're just going to do 2 more breaths here. And again, reach. Push into that left leg, reach through that left arm, and then inhale, back up to center slowly. Exhale, take your arms down to your sides. Inhale again and come up. Hold your right wrist, pull up. Feel that length coming up the whole right side of the body. Legs come close together, lift higher, push the right hip out as you tilt over towards the left. And again, you're reaching long on both sides. So you're getting long on this left side, even though it seems like it's compressive, it's not. But you want to open up that right side too. Get long and reach. Breathe into the rib wall. Breathing and lengthening. Inhale and come back to center. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, take your arms right back up and overhead again. Reach, bend the knees. Exhale, dive, hands to the ground. Inhale to half lift, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale and sweep up. Exhale and through. 2 more times. Circle those arms up. Bend the knees and dive forward. Hands to the ground, chin to your chest. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale and sweep up. Exhale and through. Once more. Circle those arms high. Reach overhead. Push into the ground. Bend the knees and dive. Head down, chin in. Inhale to half lift. Exhale and fold. And just maintain this forward fold. Head down, chin in. Let the body collapse or create this connection over the top of your legs. And then inhale, sweep up. Take those arms high up and overhead, reach. And then exhale through. Standing for a couple of moments in mountain pose. Let that breath just wash over the body. Let the jaw soften, the eyes settle and sink. Feel and hear the breath moving through your body. Take your arms out wide to a T. Reach out. Feel that opening, intentional pull between the right hand and left. And then bring your palms to your center. Let your chin drop into your sternum. Exhaling. Let your arms drop again by your side. And bring yourself upright. Good. Walk to the front of your mat. So we're taking some of these movements in a little bit bigger, a little bit longer, and allowing ourselves to kind of find that space in us and playing. Sorry guys, I was just kind of playing with something to see if I could get some sound to just stop being just so distracting. So maybe it's just distracting to me, I'm not sure. So body nice and tall, chest is lifted, reach those arms up overhead, circle those arms all the way around, bring your hands to your chest, and step back with your left leg. So your outside of the back side leg is stepping back. If you chose to do your right leg, that's totally fine. You'll just switch. So I want you to think of pulling those hips back in line, breathing, and just hold this posture. Hold those shoulders over your hips. See if you can keep your back heel elevated off the ground. Breathing, reach those arms to the side width. Breathing, get long. Open the chest. As you can, look up. Move your hands so the heel of your hands moves directly through the center line of the body. Circle the arms all the way around and then step back to center. Take your arms up again, bend the knees, circle your arms around, bring your hands to your center and step back with the right leg. So the leg that's closer to you, keep those shoulders back. You may need to make sure those hips are squared. Tuck the pelvis slightly. Drop the hips down. Bring the palms to your center and just hold that posture. Breathe into the floor of the pelvis. Breathe into the width of the ribs. Inhale, reach straight up if you can. Look up as it's comfortable. Circle the arms back around, back to your center, and then step forward from your back leg. Good. Circle those arms all the way up and around again. Bring the hands back down through the center. We'll step back again with the left leg. Breathing. Press the palms straight out in front of you this time. Breathing. Pull the shoulders back. Let the belly open. Press the palms deeply into one another. Take the arms from there overhead. Lift that chest. Pull that right hip back. Circle the arms all the way around. And step forward. Stepping back with the right leg. Step back into that right foot. Breathing. Make sure those hips are square as best you can. Push into both hands. Take your arms up and overhead reach. And then lower your hands back through the center. Stepping forward with both feet, nice and tall. Good, we'll step back now, this time with the right leg. As you step back with the right leg, drop that right heel. You can try to line the heels up, so the heel and of the front foot with the heel to the arch of the back foot. So we're externally rotating. You want your arms level with each other and look over that left arm. Breathing. We're in a warrior two. Right hip is opening up. Left hip is opening up. Arms are level as best you can. Feel the bicep even spiraling up so you're not dropped into that biceps. Breathing. Look back over your back arm. Return over your front. And then lower the back arm to your thigh. There's no pressure. It's just there. You're opening that front side of the body. Breathe. Inhale. Back to warrior two. Reach forward and then reach up. Side angle stretch as you then take that top arm overhead. Keep moving that left leg open. Get long from your hand to your heel. Breathing. Open that chest. Roll the belly towards the ceiling. You'll feel length from your heel through the side wall, all the way into your armpit. Breathing. Circle that right arm back around. Come back up and step together. Inhale, circle those arms up and overhead. Exhale down. So I'm just going to turn to the other side so you can see. Inhaling, circle those arms up overhead, bend the knees, and step back with your left leg. Breathing, you're going to roll the left heel in. This time I'm kind of readjusting with my right, just so I'm in the screen well for you. And then reach out with both arms nice and long. Again, you're always trying to open that hip. Not just pull the knee open, but try to get the hips to open, pulling back. Notice your feet if you're caving in. Can you see that big toe down on the inside of the foot? And can you see the arch at the back of the foot? Inhale, take those arms out, look over your front hand, look back to your back arm, back to the front again, and then tilt to come up. No weight really in this back hand. You can roll this hand around the inside of the thigh. Reach and lift the chest, lift the arm. Inhale, back through the warrior two, reach forward towards your front leg, roll, and then reach long to side angle stretch. Open that belly, open that chest. Watch that the knee doesn't start caving in. Get long. Watch the arch in the back foot that it doesn't start caving in as well. Circle that top arm around. Back arm is up. Circle forward and step. Bring those arms together. Exhale, take your arms back to your side. Inhale again, take your arms up. Exhaling through. I'm going to have you take your left leg back again. You'll kind of start more in a top triangle position. Arms are out, hinge at the hips, and tip over toward that lower leg. Roll the chest towards the sky. Press into that left heel. Look down towards your bottom leg. Lower that top hand down as best you can. If you need to bring your legs further forward, do so. And see if you can still keep that right hip spiraled back. Head down, chin in. Press into that back foot, that back leg. So getting that length still from that triangle pose from that back leg. I'm stepping my back leg back, coming through the triangle. Right hand is coming up the right shin, coming all the way back to the top. Good. Turn the right foot in. Let's go and turn the left foot out. Line the heels up again. This time you're more heel oriented. Then it looks like my back foot is forward. It's not. They're right on line with each other. I feel like I'm slightly turned. I might be just from the mat. But take those arms out into that T. Breathing. Hinge your right hip back and tip over that front leg. Breathing. Watch that you're not hanging. Head's not low. Chest is nice and high. Breathing. Keep reaching in two directions. So your top arm is reaching. Your top hip is opening. Take that top hand. Look down. Bring that top hand towards the ground. If you need to step up a little bit closer, do so, but try to keep those heels lined up and pull that left hip back this time. Exhaling as your head drops down. Inhale, look forward. You may need to reset that back foot again. Take that top hand back up your back into the triangle. You're tilting yourself all the way back up again. Reset both feet. Breathing, bring your palms to your center. Reaching up. And then hinge forward, dive. Head down, chin in. Look back between both knees. Head down. Bend your knees. Walk your hands to the tops of those knees and roll yourself up. Bring your feet together. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, take your arms up and overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, dive. Hands down, step back into a plank position. Hold the top of the push-up. As you need to, drop the knees and just shift the weight back into the heels, head down. And just let yourself be at ease. Slide your elbows in, drop your feet, sink back into a child's pose. You can widen out the knees. Your head can be all the way here on the ground. You can make a pillow out of your hands if you prefer. Feel that breath coming into the width of the ribs. Bring yourself up all the way, coming back into all fours. Bring your right knee and left knee forward. And then let's come back to the mat again. Begin with those knees touching each other and the feet out wide. Arms are by your side. Begin to breathe through the nose into the rib wall. If you want to put your hands there at the pace of a 5 inhale and a 5 exhale. Exhaling for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale slowly because the inhale will go faster. And then exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. One more breath like that. Inhale for 5. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Let your arms rest by your side. Your body just kind of settle into the ground. Bring your hands back to your belly again. Shift your hips all the way to the left side of your mat, and then bring your knees into your chest, and then drop your knees to the right side of your mat, opening your arms out wide. So again, you're trying to line up the hips to the center line of the body. Open those arms out nice and wide. Left shoulder is and right shoulders are down. And I want you to just release that top leg. You can kind of kick that top leg towards me. Feel that length coming out of the outside of that top hip. Relax the bottom hip. Bend that top knee back in again. Gently bring those knees back to center. Replace the hips back to the middle. And then shift your hips to the right as you bring the knees into the chest and drop your knees to the left. Open the arm out. Let the shoulders sink into the ground. Feel that opening in that right hip. Relax the left glute. Give yourself a minute to get into the posture. Don't expect that necessarily every time you hit it right away. Sometimes it takes just a pop and a readjust because you want to be in that nice rotation. It's a spiraling. It's not a twisting. It's a thinking of even circumference circles as you settle in. And allow the spine to just move as it needs to. Right shoulder is sunken in. Extend that right leg out towards or away from me this time. Feel that line all the way up the outside of the body, all the way up into underneath, maybe even over the shoulder. Then that top knee back in. Gently bring your knees back to center, hips back underneath you, arms by your side. Big deep breath. This time I want you to breathe in for the count of 5, and this time you're going to exhale for the count of 10. You're going to try to slow that breath down. So inhale for the count of 5, 4, 5. Now exhaling without panting. Exhale gently for 10. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then again inhale for 5, and exhale 4, 3, 2, all the way out for 10. Inhale for 5. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, settle into the ribs and to the back of the throat. And one of the best things about breathing in this longer, deeper set is just listening and quieting. You can't focus on anything else if you're focusing on slowing your breath. Exhaling. 2 more like this. Count for 5 to inhale. 4, 5, and 10 to exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. One more nice long deep breath. And then exhale for 10. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let your breath go to a place that's just naturally inhaling and exhaling. Soften your jaw. Settle your eyes. Feel your back drop into the ground, your hips even. Feel your ears just release back toward the floor. Feel the ease of your breath moving through your body. Deepen the breath just a little bit. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Take one arm turning towards me over your head, roll to your side. Using that top hand, bring yourself up slowly. Sitting in a comfortable seated position, ankles crossed, or you can sit back into your knees if you wanted. If you have a block or a bolster, you can sit on that right now, hands out in front. Lift the chest, lift the chin, let the shoulders sink. Let the chin drop into the sternum without rounding the back. Let the palms come to your center and your thumbs rest into your sternum. Pressing your thumbs against your sternum, pressing your sternum up against your thumbs. Reach then overhead. Exhale, take your arms out wide. Bring your palms together. Again, drop the chin. Take a moment. Thankfulness and gratitude. Inhale, press your palms in, reach up. Exhale and back down. Drop your chin one more time, reach up. And then circle those arms all the way around. Palms together. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you so much for letting yourself have a couple of moments of just some peace and some quiet within your body. You might have a focused connection on the outside of your body, what you're doing, how you're keeping your mind and things quiet, but allow yourself to be present also on the inside. Give yourself a sense of peace, and not just on your own, but your sense of peace doesn't just come from what you have, but from what's given to you, and allow yourself to receive that. Let your chin drop into your sternum. Be well. Have a great night, you guys. Thank you again so much for joining me. I can see this focusing in and out. I'm barely even moving right now. This will be available on replay for you to do as much as you want to do. Take your time within the breaths. Take your time within the postures. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night.